Hello and welcome. Today is 3rd December 2020 and this is daily Class 8 CBSE math video and we are discussing rational numbers. Specifically today we are going to look at the associative property of rational numbers. We will look at associative property in the context of whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. Let's get started. Now, what are whole numbers? We know whole numbers is a collection of numbers that start with number 0, then we have number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way to plus infinity. It is this collection of numbers, we know them as whole numbers. Now, let's see if for whole numbers, the 4 operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, if they are associative or not. Now, how can we say if something is associative or not? So let's say if we were to take 3 random whole numbers, let's call them the whole numbers as, let's say, A, B, and C. So for addition, if we notice that A plus within bracket B plus C, if we find this value to be equal to within bracket A plus B, bracket close, plus C, if these two values are equal, then we say that for whole numbers addition is associative. Remember that we first perform the operation within the parenthesis and then we remove the parenthesis and then continue with the rest. Right? So let's take an example and see. So let's take 3 random whole numbers. So let's say we take the value, the whole number 2. Let's add 2 plus. Our second whole number is, let's say, 5. And our third whole number is 7. Or let's say 10. So let's find the value of this. So this will be 2 plus 5 plus 10 is 15. And 2 plus 15 is 17. Now let's see what we get when we find the value of 2 plus 5 within brackets. So 2 plus 5 is within brackets plus 10. Let's see what do we get here. So we first perform this operation. 2 plus 5 is 7 plus 10. 7 plus 10 is indeed 17. So we see that these two values are actually equal. That means this actually holds true. And we notice that for all whole numbers, this will be always true. So we say that addition is associative for whole numbers. Let's now take a look at subtraction. So let's take 3 whole numbers. So let's say our first whole number is the number 2, and then we have 5, and then we have, let's say, 7. These are 3 whole numbers, and what we want to find out is 2 minus within bracket 5 minus 7. Let's find out the value of this. So this will be, we first perform operations within parentheses. So we will write the 2 as it is, minus, when we do this, this will be 5 minus 7, or this will be minus 2. Right? And now we will get 2 plus 2. Right? Let's see if this is correct. So we will have here 5 minus 7, this is minus 2, and we have a minus outside. So this will be equal to 4. Right? Now let's find out 2 minus 5. We will do this first, minus 7. Let's see what we get. So here we will have 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Minus 3 minus 7, this will be minus 10. Are these two values equal? They are not equal. So we see that for whole numbers, if we do for subtraction A minus within bracket B minus C, we notice that this is actually not equal to within bracket A minus B, bracket close, minus C. This is not true. So we say that for subtraction, for whole numbers, it is not associative. Let's continue with now multiplication. So our three whole numbers, let's have 2 times within bracket 5 times maybe 10. Let's see what we get here. So this will be 2 times 5 times 10 is 50. And 2 times 50 is 100. And now we are going to find out, let's open a bracket and then 2 times 5, we will do this first, bracket close, times 10. So 2 times 5, we will do this operation first. So we will get 10 here. And then we multiply this by this 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Are these two equal? Of course they are. So we notice that for all whole numbers, A times, so open bracket, B times C, bracket close, this value is going to be always equal to, bracket open, A times B, bracket close, times C. So we notice this is going to be always true for multiplication of whole numbers. So we say that multiplication is associative. Let's finally move on to division. So let's take some large number so it will be easier. So let's say our first number is 20. We divide 20 by, within bracket, 10 divided by, let's say 2. Let's find out this value, what we get. So this will be 20 divided by, we'll first do this operation. 10 divided by 2 is simply 5. So 20 divided by 5, which we can write 20 by 5, this will be equal to 4. Right? Now, let's find out the value of 20 divided by 10. We do this operation first, and this value is divided by 2. Let's see what we get here. 20 divided by 10 is going to be 2. And now we have 2 divided by 2, which is simply 1. So are these two values equal? Of course, they are not equal. So we see that when it comes to division, A divided by, within bracket, B divided by C. This is not equal to A divided by B, within bracket, entire thing divided by C. So these two values are not equal. So we say for division, it is not associative. Now let's move on to integers. So what are integers? Integers are simply numbers that start from minus infinity and then go all the way to minus 2, minus 1, 0. Then on the positive side, we have 1, 2, 3, all the way to plus infinity. It is this collection of numbers, we know them as integers. Right? Now we will check the associative properties for integers for 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's take 3 random integers. So let's take maybe one negative integer, minus 2. Then let's take the number 5, positive integer, and let's take one more maybe negative integer, minus 1. So what we want to see is, we want to see if this plus, let's put them under bracket 5 plus here. Let's find out this value first. So this will be minus 2 plus, now 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So this value is 2. Now what we will do minus 2 and we will add 5 to it. We will do this operation first and then we will add minus 1 to this. Let's do it. So 5 minus 2 is 3. It will be 3 minus 1, which is over here. 3 minus 1 is 2. Indeed, we notice that these two are same. So what we see is that for integers, A plus, within bracket, B plus C, this will always be equal to, bracket open, A plus B, bracket close, plus C. So for addition, for integers, we say addition is associative. Alright, let's now look at subtraction. So our integers, again, 3 random examples. So our integers are -2 and we have 5. And this time let's take maybe another negative integer, let's say maybe -3. So what we want to do is we want to check this integer. So these are our 3 integers. So we want to see if this minus, put a bracket, this minus this, let's find out this value. So we will write this -2 here, -2. And then we have 5 minus -3. So let's first put this minus like this. Put a square bracket. 5. And now minus will become plus 3. So this will give us -2. And then this will be 8 minus 8. So -2 minus 8 is -10. So this is -10. Now let's do this. So we have -2 here. We will do -2 minus 5. We will perform this operation first. And whatever we will get, then we will do this together minus -3. So here we will have, let's write it. So we will have -2 minus 5. This is this. And then we have minus of -3, which will be +3. So let's see what we get here. So -2 minus 5 is -7 plus 3. This will be -4. Are these two values equal? They are not equal. So we see that for A minus, open up a bracket, B minus C, bracket close, this value is not equal to bracket open A minus B, bracket close, minus C. So we say for integers, subtraction is not associative. All right, how about for integers, multiplication? So again, our 3 integers, let's take them as maybe -2 times, then we have, say, 5 times, this time let's take maybe 2 positive here, let's say 10. So what will this value be? So this is -2 times, if we multiply them, we'll get 50. So this will be -2 times 50 is -100. Now let's do this operation where we have -2 times 5. We will carry out this first, and then we'll multiply this with 100, with 10. Right? Let's find out this value. So -2 times 5 is -10. This will give us -10 times, here we have 10. This is this value. So 10 times 10 is 100, and we have minus times positive is a negative number, -100. So we see these two are actually equal. So we notice that for when it comes to multiplication, A times within brackets B times C is actually the same as open bracket A times B, bracket close, times C. So we say that for multiplication, it is associative. And now let's take a look at division. So for integers, let's take some large numbers. So let's say we have the number 20. Let's divide this by, let's say we want to divide this by -10. Divide this by maybe -5. So our 3 integer numbers, they are 20, -10, and -5. So what happens when we do this operation? This is simply 20 divided by, and here we have -10 divided by -5. So this will be, let's do it over here. So minus will cancel out, and this will be 2. So this will be simply 20 divided by 2, or 20 divided by 2, or 10. So when we solve this, we get 10. Now let's find out what happens when we do 20 divided by minus 10. So we will carry out this operation first, and whatever the result is, then we will divide that by minus 5. Let's see what we get here. So we will first do 20 divided by minus 10. And then we will divide this by minus 5. So here we will get, so this will cancel out and we'll get 2 over here. So it will be 2 divided by minus 1, which will be simply minus 2. So we will get minus 2. And we divide that by minus 5. So minus minus will cancel out. So this value will be equal to 2 divided by 5. So is 2 divided by 5 same as 10? Of course it is not. So we see that A divided by B divided by C, it is not equal to, it is not the same as, within bracket, A divided by B, bracket close, divided by C. So we say that for integers, division is not associative. Let's finally take a look at rational numbers. So what happens when we add 3 rational numbers? So let's take rational number, let's say our first rational number is 3 by 2. Let's add this with maybe 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. So here, these are 3 rational numbers, and let's first do this operation. And then we will add this to 2 by 3. So I have written 3 random rational numbers. So let's see what we get. So this will be 2 by 3 over here. We are going to solve this first. So plus, here, the LCM of the number 2 and 3 will be 6. So we write 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 here. Plus 3 times 2 is 6. So 2 times 1 is 2. So we get 2 divided by 3 plus 5 by 6. Now we do this addition. So which will give us equal to, so here LCM will be 6. And 3 times 2 is 6. So 2 times 2 is 4. Here we'll get 4 here. Plus the 5 will be as it is. So we will get 9 over 6. So obviously we can simplify it, but for the purposes of this question, we are trying to see if the values will be same. So let's leave it the way we have it here. So now let's do 2 by 3. Let's add 2 by 3 and 1 by 2, which is this, right? So let's do this operation first. And then whatever this answer is, we'll add this to 1 by 3 over here. See what happens. So here the LCM will be 6. So let's put bracket here. So this will be 6. And now 3 times 2 is 6. So 2 times 2 is 4. Write 4 here plus 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. So we get this, and we have plus 1 over 3, which is this value here, equal to 4 plus 7. 4 plus, I should say 4 plus 3 will be 7 by 6 plus 1 by 3, which will give us equal to, LCM will be 6 here. So we get 7 plus 3 times 2 is 6. So 1 times 2 is 2. 7 plus 2 is 9 by 6. So indeed, we see that 9 by 6 same as 9 over 6. So we notice that, let's do it over here, A plus within bracket B plus C is indeed equal to A plus B bracket close plus C. So we say that addition is associative for rational numbers. If we were to take those same examples for the rational numbers, so let's do 2 by 3 and let's subtract 2 by 3, and then we put bracket here. And if we do, let's say we did do 1 by 2 minus, let's say 1 by 3, right? If these are 3 rational numbers, let's see what value we get over here. So we write 2 by 3 like this, minus, this is the minus sign, and here we get 6 as LCM of these 2 and 3, and now we will get 3 minus 2, or we will have 2 by 3 minus 3 minus 2 will be 1, so we'll get 1 over 6. And if we solve this over here, so we'll get 6 as our LCM, and it will be 3 times 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, minus, we get 1. So we will get 3 over 6, which we know is 1 by 2, but let's leave it the way we have it. Or you know what, last time we left it, so maybe this time we can do it as 1 by 2. 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6, right? Now let's see if this is actually equal to, this time we are going to do 2 by 3, and we will subtract 2 by 3 minus 1 by 2 first. And let's put our bracket here. And then we are going to subtract 1 by 3. So let's check this out and see what value get if we get indeed 1 by 2. So here we will get 6 as our LCM, and 3 twos are 6, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1, I should say 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, minus, this is a 1 by 3, let's write it over here, equal to, so 4 minus 3 is 1 by 6. So we have 1 by 6 minus 1 by 3. So this LCM will be 6. We get 1 here minus, we will get 2. Or we will get 2 minus 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 by 6. So here we have 1 by 2. And here we have minus 1 over 6. These two values are not same. That is, a minus within bracket b minus c, bracket close, is not equal to bracket open a minus b, bracket close minus c. This is not true. So we say that for subtraction, for rational numbers, subtraction is not associative. Now let's take a look at multiplication. I know this video has become a very long video, but we have to cover all of this. I want to cover all of this at one go. So let's say 2 by 3 times, and now we want to multiply 1 by 2 times 1 by 3. So if we do this, what do we get? We will get 2 by 3 multiplied by, we multiply the numerators, then multiply the denominators. This will be 1 times 1, 2 times 3, or 2 by 3 multiplied by 1 by 6. And when we do this multiplication now, so we know that 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. So we'll have 1 times 1, which is 1, and 3 times 3 is 9. Right? So this value will be 1 by 9. Now this time we will do 2 by 3. We'll multiply this by 1 by 2 first. And whatever we get the answer, we'll multiply this by 1 by 3. And see what value we get now. So when we do this multiplication, so 2 and 2 will cancel out. So here we'll have 1 and 1. So we will get in the numerator, we'll get 1 times 1. And here denominator we'll get 3 times 1. So this will be multiplied by 1 by 3. So 1 times 1 is 1. And 3 times 1 is 3. So this will be 1 by 3. We multiply that by 1 by 3 again, which is here. And this will give us 1 by 9. So we see that these two values are actually equal. So what we notice is that for rational numbers, a times within parenthesis b times c is indeed always equal to within bracket a times b, bracket close, times c. So we say that for multiplication of rational numbers, it is always associative. And finally, the last operation is division of rational numbers. So let's see if we have 2 divided by 3, if this divided by 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 3. Let's find out what we get here. So this value will be 2 divided by 3 divided by, now here we can write this as 1 by 2. We will flip the division sign into multiplication, and when we do that we have to switch the numerator and the denominator. So this will become 3 by 1 equal to, so we have 2 by 3 divided by, here now let's multiply these 3, 1 times 3 is 3 divided by 2 times 1 is 1, 2 times, I should say 2 times 1 is 2. And now we will get this is equal to, so we write 2 by 3 over here, and we are going to again switch this. So when we convert this division to multiplication, we have to change or reverse the numerator denominator. So this will become 2 by 3. So now we multiply 2 times 2 in the numerator, and for denominator we get 3 times 3. It would have been really cool if this were opposite, then the entire thing would have cancelled out, right? So 2 times 2, anyway, we have now 4 by 9. So this operation has given us the value 4 by 9. Now let's see what happens when we do 2 divided by 3 first. So this rational number divided by this, we carry out this, and we then divide that by 1 over 3. Let's see what we get here. So we will get 2 by 3 multiply by, so this will change, we'll get 2 over 1, and we have divided by 1 by 3. So here 2 times 2 is 4, we'll get 4 by 3 divided by 1 over 3. And now we can write this as 4 by 3 multiply by 3 by 1, and indeed 3 and 3 will cancel out. Oh, this is nice. So we have gotten only 4. So if we do this operation, we get 4, but if we did the first way, we are getting 4 over 9. So that means that A divided by, within bracket, B divided by C is actually not equal to within bracket A divided by B bracket close divided by C. So we say that for rational numbers, division is not associative. Let's very quickly summarize what we have seen so far. I know this has been a very long video. So for associativity, for whole numbers, addition is associative, subtraction is not associative, multiplication is associative, division is not associative. For integers, similarly, addition is associative, subtraction is not, multiplication is, division is not. And for rational numbers, again, same pattern, addition is associative, subtraction is not, multiplication is, division is not.